A day in the life of Kim Jong-un, world's richest president, dictator.
If you really can't stand Kim Jong-un, the North Korean leader, his incredibly over-the-top eating habits and super luxurious lifestyle are sure to make you dislike him even more. While his own people are dealing with extreme...
They always clap so aggressively for him. You ever see that shit? It's like he comes up and he does this and they're just going... That would hurt my hands.
Hunger and malnutrition. He's indulging in the world's finest cheeses, savoring expensive liquors, and casually tossing around thousands
They'll
of
get
dollars.
shot if they don't? Yeah, if you do a little low effort. Yeah, if Kim Jong-un comes out to give you a speech and you hit him with a... One of the guards is going to be, like, staring you down, then you got to go... I know there's one time when they, like, had a... I think it was when his dad died. They all had a cry. And if they don't look sad enough, they would arrest you.
This is what a typical day in the life of Kim Jong-un looks like. Mornings. Unlike most world leaders who have a fixed waking hour, the supreme leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un, has a schedule that is a bit all over the place. Although there is not much known about it, but it depends upon how much he partied and had to drink the night before. So you can say that Kim Jong-un doesn't...
You think he watches TV? Saying if he partied the night before? What do you think a fucking Kim Jong-un party's looking like? I bet he watches, like, Friends. Low-key. Like, I'm so serious. How much you gonna bet there's, like, Kim Jong-un probably is into, like, rom-coms. Like, he probably likes, like, The Notebook or something. That's not a rom-com. That's just a sad movie. He probably really likes The Notebook, or like a really sad film.
So you can say that Kim Jong-un doesn't really have a fixed wake-up time. However, when it comes to starting the day for his country, he employs a rather unique approach. He awakens the citizens of its capital city, Pyongyang, by blaring a peculiar song through the city via loudspeakers. And it's not your typical wake-up call, mind you. The song is titled, "Where Are You, Dear General?" And it's a North Korean composition, supposedly written by Kim Jong-il.
Where are you, dear general? Should we give it a listen? All right, now imagine you're asleep, and you hear this blaring through the loudspeakers.
He typically begins his day at the Ryong residence, where he resides with his wife, Ri Sol-ju, and their kids. This residence is also known as the Central Luxury Mansion, and it was constructed...
Looks like a fucking office building, dude. That's his house?
This residence is also known as the Central Luxury Mansion, and it was constructed in 1983. Now it's clear that the Ryong residence isn't an ordinary residence, because this is where Kim Jong-un, or as the people of North Korea call him, the Supreme Leader, resides. This palace contains all the fancy amenities, like lakefront banquet halls, a substantial 15-meter wide and 50-meter long swimming pool with a water slide and a running track. Moreover,
oh my god, imagine Kim Jong-un just all giddy, like, just going down a fucking slip and slide.
Coming back to his daily routine. Now, if we think about what an ordinary person does after rolling out of bed in the morning, it's usually a quick trip to the bathroom, right? But hold on, because it appears that Kim Jong-un might not be part of the Loo Regulars Club. Yes, you heard it right. You know, North Korea has come up with quite an unusual claim about their godly leader, Kim Jong-un.
Oh my god, I swear to fuck. Do they say he doesn't poop? Do they say he doesn't poop? Please tell me they say he doesn't poop.
Saying he's so devoted and hardworking to help the Korean people prosper that they burn all their energy and there is simply no waste. And believe it or not...
There's no waste. He is a 100% efficient machine. He uses every piece of the food that he gets. Wow, so he doesn't take shits.
They've made similar claims about his father, Kim Jong-il, and even his grandfather, Kim Il-sung, in the past. It might sound a bit funny to you, but that's what the North Koreans believe, or are perhaps strong...
Do you think that the citizens actually believe it, though? Because I hear so many things where it's like, oh, Kim Jong-un invented the hamburger. I'm like, do they believe that? Or are they just... Is this just like that bullshit where it's like, they're just going along with it because they have to? It's not widely believed. I don't know. I believe that maybe an average citizen might somehow believe that he doesn't take shits. But there's no way that, like, his inner circle believes that this man don't poop. because he has a bathroom.
Now, nobody in their right mind would believe something so impossible. The thing is, North Koreans are brainwashed to such an extent that they see their dictator as a supreme leader, as a god, so they idolize him as a holy personality. The regime shaped their thinking in such a way that they believe their leader doesn't need to bother with earthly matters like using the toilet. If you listen to their stories, the common citizens of North Korea that escaped the country where they got the chance to share their story with the rest of the world, they reveal how they survived in this isolated country. They brainwash us since our birth, and they tell us that Kims are gods, so that I will think that Kim Jong-un can read my mind. And I thought that if—
Oh my god. Yo, that literally would instill fear in you to the point that you would just be complacent. Like some Santa type shit. You know? When it's like you're like a younger kid and you're like skitzing out about like, oh my god, am I gonna get coal for Christmas? Santa can read my mind. He fucking hears what I'm thinking.
While many of us might go for an ordinary cup of joe, the North Korean leader goes all out, picking only the best exotic coffee blends money can buy, and you can bet it costs a pretty penny. Kim is a fan of the finest Brazilian coffee. This coffee is just one of many luxury items he imports, both for his personal enjoyment and—
How do we know this? I feel like they don't share anything about Kim Jong-un, though. Like, how do we know that he likes Brazilian coffee?
Historical data suggests that it often goes up to $500
a pound. Bro, just get some fucking Folgers, dude. Some fucking Folgers in your cup.
In 2016 alone, North Korea reportedly flew in almost $1 million worth of Brazilian coffee for its supreme leader. However, it's not—
$1 million in coffee just for him.
Did you know almost half of North Korea's population hardly has anything to eat? A UN report suggests an estimated 12 million North Koreans are struggling with hunger and food shortages.
I don't get how, like, one... I mean, he probably got mad security. But I'm thinking to myself, like, I know if somebody killed Kim Jong-un, their whole family would die. But, like, you gotta think there's one dude in North Korea that hates Kim Jong-un and has no family left alive. That motherfucker could just bull rush that dude and shoot him in the face. They probably don't have guns. They don't have weapons. What are they gonna do? They'd torture you? I mean, he'd be dead. But his sister would take reign. They got a revolt? That would do nothing. Dude, the majority of North Koreans are fucking, like, poverty-strucken. Like starving poor. 23?
Huh? Ironically, at the same time, their leader, Kim Jong-un, is savoring the breakfast of many people's dreams. His luxurious table, crowded with delicious dishes.
Yeah, that annoys me. That honestly annoys me. The majority of his country's starving and he's fat. Like, that pisses me off. Like, I'm not, like, I don't fat shame people or anything, but, like, bro, your whole fucking country's starving and you're fat. Like, that's fucking annoying.
So instead of simply munching on cereal or toast, obviously, he goes for a breakfast spread fit for a king. But what does his morning feast actually look like? Well, no appetizer for him. He starts big with high-quality bacon, sausages, and premium steaks. Don't mistake them for your common breakfast meats. We're talking about prime cuts like Italian Parma ham and Wagyu beef. The sad part about this is that—
Wagyu beef for fucking breakfast.
Kim enjoys his meat delicacies. His people only survive on boiled rice and bean paste. They have a strict vegetarian diet with no access to animal protein, probably because their leader stuffs himself with almost all of the country's meat, not to mention the world's. You wouldn't believe the staggering amount he spends on shipping high-quality cuts from around the globe. Take the Kobe beef steak, for example. It is a must-have on Kim's table. He likes his steak medium rare to rare, and the same goes for its availability. This Japanese steak ranks as one of the planet's most expensive beef, going for $200 to $500 per pound. With a price tag like that, you know the supreme leader has to have it. His love for this pricey steak comes from his father.
Why doesn't every country just not ship shit to North Korea? Why doesn't every country just, like, make a pact to be like, all right, we're just not going to give North Korea fucking anything. And then they're going to have to get it only from China, and then that motherfucker is going to get then he's going to get mad. Money. They're going to nuke us. Just imagine being inside his consciousness. Like, there's bad people, right? And then there's really bad people. And then there's fucking Kim Jong-un. Like, you could be a murderer, and I can more understand your mind than the mind of a dictator that is starving his entire country. I think he doesn't think he's bad. I think it's like he's also brainwashed. I think it's been like a lineage brainwashing that's been going down through the families, and he believes he's, like, chosen. Like, I think he honestly thinks he deserves what he has, and it is made for him. The same thing as, like, old kings, right? I'm thinking, like, kings from, like, the 1500s that, like, truly believe they deserve royalty, and they were born into this fucking shit because the world put them here.
Kim's weight has more to do with his undying love for Swiss Emmental cheese. He got a taste of it while studying in Switzerland, and the rest is history. There was no prying this luxurious aromatic cheese from his hands. His obsession with it even took a dark turn when he got gout due to it in 2014. But did he stop eating it? See?
He got fucking gout? Ain't that motherfucker like 35?
Another seafood rarity he enjoys is shark fin soup, a controversial dish fit for a controversial leader. This East
How do they have the money, though? Like, I don't understand. Like, I understand his country's poor and he's kind of, like, fiending money off of them. But where is the country's GDP coming from? Like, do they export? Like, a lot of it's going to be exports, right? Just because they're not making anything themselves. They're just printing money. Yeah, but then that would just devalue his money. Russia, they export weapons. I don't understand how the country makes money. Iron ore, coal are the most important for them.
He even has a team of high-class scientists who have the sole mission of prolonging his life as much as possible. It's almost as if they're trying to ensure he stays supreme leader for an eternity. As reported by the Washington Post, Kim Jong-un has been receiving medical treatments from a team of Russian doctors who visit him regularly to assess his health and provide injections and medications. And of course, we shouldn't forget about his personal chef, who whips up lavish meals including ingredients like blueberries, black garlic and ginseng, all thought to work wonders against the aging process. Now that's what we call living the high life, isn't it? Daily activities. Once Mr. Kim is stuffed enough to get started for the day, he steps out of his impressive mansion and pays visits to factories, construction sites, farms and markets. This elaborate routine serves as part of a propaganda campaign designed to make...
Do you think he has above or below average intelligence? Because I feel like a lot of the stuff just gets done for him. And I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean you're stupid, right? I mean, you could just be like successful and you have the money to pay for other stuff. It's just like when you're handed royalty, I just can't help but think like you're gonna be an idiot.
However, his public persona is far from his true self. But before Kim makes a public appearance, he goes through an elaborate process to project the image of a king. After all, he does hold the title of supreme leader, doesn't he? And don't even ask...
What is he like behind camera? Because he's always happy and smiling on camera, but then you hear about how he, like, kills whole families and shit.
Kim Jong-un has approved specific hairstyles for North Korean citizens. He's so particular about it that he even broadcasts TV shows to teach people how to cut their hair in a manner that aligns with the socialist lifestyle. There are only 28 state-approved hairstyles, 18 for women and 10 for men. Interestingly, none of the approved hairstyles resemble the one worn by the supreme leader, Kim Jong-un, because he wants to be the only one rocking that hairdo. Some might...
Yeah, that fucking great hairdo, dude.
When it comes to his hobbies and personal interests, Kim Jong-un is known for his passion for basketball, particularly the NBA, National Basketball Association. He developed an interest in the sport during his time studying in Switzerland, where he reportedly became a fan of the Chicago Bulls. His fascination with basketball led
him and Dennis Rodman are like boys.
To develop a somewhat...
That's so fucking random, too. And why does Dennis Rodman go hang out with him? Like, I feel like I'd want to ask Dennis Rodman, like, yo, you ever see Kim kill somebody or some shit? Like, you ever fucking go off his rocker?
However, the only thing which connects North Korea and the United States is Dennis Rodman.
America has just witnessed a truly strange...
The only connection.
...encounter. Who became the first American to meet with the new...
It's truly hard for me to comprehend he's a real person. Yeah, I know what you mean. On, like, a deeper level, you're like, wow, this guy's actually... Like, what is he doing right now? Like, what do you think Kim's up to right now? Taking a fat shit. Taking a fat dump from all that fucking fatty beef he ate earlier. Just fucking wreathing over the toilet. Toes curling. Just...
But how does Kim travel from one place to another? You might think that he would have some difficulty getting luxury cars in North Korea, since they are banned from export by international sanctions. But Kim doesn't let that stop him. He's got quite the car collection, including...
Oh, you're fucking kidding me, dude.
Audi R8 worth 162 grand, a Range Rover that sets him back...
Yeah, that's some brokey shit, Kim. That's some broke boy type shit. Oh, buddy. Buddy owns a Range Rover.
When he wants to make an entrance, he rolls up in that Mercedes-Benz
And he makes those motherfuckers run in dress shoes behind him.
limo, which costs a hefty $1.6 million. Not just that, he's got a bunch of other fancy sports cars and race cars in his garage, totaling over 100 luxury vehicles. Just to give you an idea, he once drove his 500k Rolls-Royce Phantom to meet with Mike Pompeo, the former CIA director. But that's not even the end. Kim Jong-un also spends lavishly on other things that most North Koreans can only dream of. Take, for instance, Kim's 95-foot luxury yacht. Most people can only dream of owning a yacht, but Kim Jong-un is a proud owner of the 95 M1 My Princess, and don't even dare to think that it's just any yacht.
Does North Korea actually have nuclear weapons? That's fucking horrifying. North Korea, it's like, yeah, there's other countries that we really disagree with, and they have their own problems, but I feel like Kim Jong-un's like the type of guy to just be like, yeah, let's just fucking send him off. Like, imagine if you were born in North Korea and you just tend to farm fields and your supreme leader just runs the world for you. And you're told that everyone outside of the country is demons and it's scary and, like, we eat people. And in America, we're fucking horrifying beasts that, like, fucking kill people all the time. Like, dude, that's just, like, they just believe that.
Sadly, about 24% of the annual budget of DPRK is spent on the people that ensure he will stay in power, the military, and another 30% is spent entirely on him and his inner circle. Still, Kim needs to keep up this
just on him
charade, and he does it splendidly. He smiles, takes group pictures, and waves to the cheering crowds who view him as their supreme leader. However, Kim also knows that he's not so loved by everyone. That's why he's willing to spend millions on his personal security. He's always surrounded by a team of bodyguards, and getting into that squad is no joke. These guards aren't just skilled with weapons, they're highly trained combatants and martial artists. But
they like punch nails and shit. Dude, they make them go through like some extreme shit.
And a spot on this exclusive team, you've got to be shorter than 5'5". You know, Kim doesn't like being...
You gotta be shorter than 5'5"? Oh my god, because you'd be taller than him and it'd make him look weak. Nah.
Small. He also uses encrypted communication to keep his conversations secret and relies on a small group of loyal advisors who support him. This extensive security plan is what protects him throughout the day. The North Korean leader travels on 3 identical planes to confuse potential threats and reduce the risk of being shot down. He frequently changes his flight plans at the last minute and employs decoy vehicles on the ground. He's always on the lookout for any signs of danger. And of course, why wouldn't someone who can orchestrate his own brother's assassination be concerned about his personal security? Yes, you heard it right. In order to maintain a firm grip on his power in North Korea, Kim Jong-un ordered the assassination of his half-brother, whom he saw as a potential rival.
Yeah, I remember that. That was like a few years ago. I feel like that was probably like 5-6 years ago, honestly.
His name was Kim Jong-nam. Kim Jong-nam was once the heir apparent to the North Korean leadership, but he fell out of favor with his father, Kim Jong-il, after being caught trying to enter Japan with a fake passport in 2001. On the 13th of February 2017, Kim Jong-nam was at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport in Malaysia, waiting to board a flight to Macau. As he walked past a column, a woman approached him and wiped an oily substance on his face. Moments later, another woman came from behind and covered his eyes with her hands. She then slid them down over his mouth, quickly apologized and walked away. The substance that was smeared on Kim Jong-nam's face was VX nerve agent, one of the most deadly chemical weapons in the world. It causes paralysis, convulsions, and death by suffocation. Kim Jong-nam died within 20 minutes of the attack before he could reach a hospital. The assassination was...
Holy shit! Dude, he killed his brother. Didn't the women that killed him, like, think they were on a game show or something? Or is that a different assassination? I feel like they, like, convinced 2 random women to, like, do it. Yeah, and they told him, like, oh, it's like a funny prank. Oh, go smear it on his face.
He also likes to watch foreign TV channels such as CNN and the BBC to keep up with world news. Interestingly, he sometimes watches South Korean dramas and movies as well, despite the fact that they are strictly banned in North Korea.
How does he shit on America so much and then watch American film? Like, I don't understand that.
When talking about entertainment, it's impossible to ignore Kim Jong-un's extravagant parties. He's famous for throwing lavish parties that take luxury to a whole new level. Dennis once got a chance to attend one of his parties and says he's got 50 to 60 people around him all the time. Just normal people drinking cocktails and laughing the whole time. If you drink a bottle of tequila, it's the best tequila. Everything you want, he has the best. These over-the-top parties are all about fancy food, drinks, and most importantly, women.
That's where I stick an acid tab to fucking Kim Jong-un's neck when he's sweating, and then he starts fucking tripping because it absorbs into his skin, and he starts fucking sitting there. He's like, Fucking running around and shit. Ends up saying he's not the supreme leader while he's tripping. Everybody's like, what the fuck do you mean? What do you mean you're not the supreme leader? And I'm like, yeah, what do you mean, Kim? Oh my god. Oh, you want to make me the supreme leader? Oh, I'm just gonna... Oh no. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. All right, first order, kill Kim Jong-un.
Secret harems, or Kipum-jo as they're called in North Korea, are groups of about 2,000 women whose job it is to entertain Kim Jong-un and his high-up officials in North Korea. According to reports, these women are split into different groups. Some sing and dance, others give massages, and some, well, they're there for more intimate activities. Now, you might be wondering about the fact that Kim Jong-un has a gorgeous wife, Ri Sol-ju, and is publicly presented as a family man. However, there is speculation among some people that his wife often accompanies him in public appearances to create the image of him as a regular and compassionate leader in the eyes of the public. Never mind that he has a wife, he does whatever he likes with...
Oh, nah, he fucking cheats on her all the time. Oh, 100%. Oh, 100%, dude.
While local alcohol is cheap and readily available, it clearly isn't to Kim's taste. Instead, he reportedly spends an average of $30 million each year on importing liquor into the country.
30 fucking mil is crazy. Yeah, it's like not even just him. Like, his inner circle's selfish, too, because, like, they enjoy all the luxuries of being friends with him, and they can keep that up if they just aid Kim.
His favorites also include the high-priced Hennessy, a renowned French cognac.
Kim drinking that fucking Henny. Kim ordering that Henny and Coke? Oh, no.
Kenji Fujimoto says that Kim Jong-un really likes French wine and once claimed to have drunk 10 bottles of Bordeaux in a single night. But this claim...
10 bottles of wine in a night. Kim's a fucking alcoholic, dude.
Although his trusted advisors and experts make most of the state's decisions...
Oh, dude, they're probably making every decision. He's just fucking there. Just going, oh, yeah.
Late-night meetings allow him to seem involved in the nation's problems. This symbolic participation allows Kim Jong-un to maintain the image of a leader who
He's literally a figurehead.
is genuinely concerned about his country's affairs, even though the practical decision-making often rests with his advisors. Finally, after a day filled with unsettling activities like executions and excessive eating and partying, he faces sleep problems, mainly due to a combination of factors. As we know, Kim indulges in heavy drinking, often to the point of passing out drunk. It will not be wrong to say that he can't seem to fall...
Okay, but how do they know that? He probably has fucking sleeping problems just because he's drunk all the time. He might have fucking sleep apnea, too.
...who have managed to escape the regime claim that Kim Jong-un is deeply paranoid about being assassinated in his sleep. Given the
Oh, fucking for sure, dude. I mean, you're a fucking dictator in North Korea. All right, hold up, chat. I gotta go piss real quick, and then we're gonna go fucking start the Facebook Marketplace segment.